Alright, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying Koholo Yahweh Bashin Yahushua Bashon Kapadash. I want to say double honor to the apostles of GMS that ruleth well, to the Akim, to the hopeful elect. Peace, blessings, salutations. And Lord's will we get out here soon. And, even though it seems, long wait, but boy, we have to endure. So it says, why are so-called black Americans dying so young? Article came out May 17, 2023. So I don't have anything lined up. All's well. Just gonna go through the spirit. So first and foremost, young black Americans are dying at alarming rates. That's the red flag right there. They got you all jumbled down, and also you so-called Latinos, Hispanics. So here it is. When they say they describe you as black Americans, but when you fill certain things out, you put African American. And first and foremost, if you were just an American, why not just call you an American? I thought we were all one. I thought we all came from Africa. Why are they, quote unquote, differentiating the nationalities? Same thing with Latinos and Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. If you're it doesn't say when you fill out for certain things. Okay, yes, you say you're Puerto Rican or you're Dominican or you're Cuban, but when you fill out certain things, you will put Hispanic or Latino. And again, those are the red flags right there. So, according to recent research data, the life expectancy for Black America has fallen sharply since 2020. It's a lot of problems, a lot of I'm gonna go to the curses as well. And we'll go into limitations. According to data released by federal health officials in August 2022, Americans are dying younger across all demographic groups since 2019. Olympic track star Tori Bowie was laid to rest in Brandon, Mississippi, and I've been there. On Saturday, there is still no light shed on her cause of death. Bowie, only 32, was found dead in her Florida home earlier this month. So, it seems like it seems as if she's in shape. And the thing about it is, as a whole nation, first and foremost, your death is you don't know who you are. Second, what you put all your spirit into kills you, stresses you out. Your diet stresses you out. You don't know America's out to kill you, murder you, And last but least, you took that shot. And it was targeted to drop our people. Let me see how because I wanted it to get certain scriptures. Let me get Baruch 4. So I thought I knew that. Salaki. Baruch 4. So again, Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the Lord that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. So basically, you have eyes to see. You know what's going on. You know the snares and the traps. You won't fall for the wiles of the devil, the so-called white man. Because he's out there looking to whom he can devour. And also, I'm gonna do another video because you know, I went and caught me some food from the inner city, and you know, the Esau's gentrifying Richmond, and man, Jake is through. Jake is, the damage is done. Stick the fork in him. You know, Jake just had to just wait for that judgment to come. But Jake has to be, 2/3 have to be saved from themselves. Give not thy honor to another, because again, you calling yourself a black American, African American, thinking that you're from America, you were born and you're entitled to the things here. You know, you're trying to be one with America, and you know, you work hard, you bust your ass. You know, you're not trying to be like what's that? You know, the stigmatization of the so-called black people and Hispanic. You're not trying to be the product of your environment. All you're doing when you come through the breakthrough, all you're doing is giving your honor to another. So you know, you trying, you know, you're front flipping, you're back flipping, you're side flipping, your cart rolling. You jumping all over these snares and the traps, and you make it. You know, you man yourself in a high level career, basketball, how you say, NFL player, Olympus, whatever. You know, all you're doing, you know, you're just making Esau look good, and you're promoting his shit. So it said, know the things that are profitable to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Shah are made known to us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered to the enemies. And see, you don't understand that, you know, the Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, and we know the right and wrong. You know, we are upstanding people. We're not like other people. You know, that's why Esau destroyed us as a nation and destroyed our nationality and trying to make us one with the society, because we have no match. You know, when we have, you know, this is not our kingdom. We have, you know, we have no, how you say it, joint heirs to this place. You know, we were brought over as slavery. We were conquered as a nation, and you know, we were spoiled. You know, every attribute, every way you look at it, you know, we're spoiled. And that's why the scripture even said, why is Israel a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Because you don't know who you are. Going back to the post. Last week, 18-year-old high school athlete Hunter Palmer died suddenly after collapsing during track practice in Nebraska. Now, everybody knows if you run track, you know, that goes into the cardiovascular. You know, you don't just drop dead. You don't just collapse, man. And, you know, it's mighty funny that people just started dropping dead, you know, athletes, people that are in good shape. You know, mighty funny they're just dropping dead. You never heard anything prior to the, you know, the jump shot that, you know, people would just drop dead. So again, you fell, you know, our people fell for the wiles, the tricks, the setup. You know, they fell for the jab, and they hit you with the two, hit you with the left, the right, and then uppercut. And now look at you, you went down. You're down. You're not getting back up. All because, you know, our parents were lost. Our grandparents were lost. And our nation was conquered. And now, due to Esau's trickery, the snares and the traps which consumed our nation, now Jake think they have to be one with the society for a breakthrough. That's why the scripture said, why trimmest thou ways that seeketh love? And Jake every day is just changing like the moon. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's why the black woman, she's through. That's why the so-called black man, he's through. The so-called Latino man, he's through. The so-called Latina woman, she's through. And I say this because I be around Northern Kingdom. They're fucking through. It's to the point you really don't even want to be around Northern Kingdom. You know, it's bad enough the shit you got to put up with, Southern Kingdom, but then the other trickery and the other bullshit you had to deal with being around Northern Kingdom, it's just out of hand. So going Lamentations. Let me see which chapter do I want. Oh yeah. Lamentations 101. How did the city sit solitary that was full of people? How she become as a widow, she that was great among the nations, the princess among the provinces. How she become tributary. It's like in the curses, Deuteronomy 28 tells you, we shall be the tail, and starting with Esau, the so-called white man, he's going to be our lender. Everything we do for this society, it goes to this fucking devil. The one thing that doesn't contribute to this devil is us prophesying and telling and teaching our people. You see, this is the contrary to, what's that word? This is like what's that old term? It's like a breach. This is like treason, because Esau already, as soon as you were born in this society, you came out your mother from your father. You came out the birth canal of your mother, and you cried. Esau already had and they gave you your social security, and your mother signed the birth certificate. You was right there. You was made. You was stock. You was spoiled. And Esau already had snares and traps waiting on you. And you're nothing but a dollar sign to contribute to Esau's madness. It just wherever you fall, wherever your coins. Well, you get what I'm saying. She weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she have none to comfort her. And it shows clearly due to the state that Jake is in. You look at Mexico, well, I want to say Central America. You look at South America. You look in the islands. You look all through America. And you go to the Canada. You look east, wherever our people are dwelling. Nobody is not a pleasant. It's not pleasant. Majority of our women are selling pussy, and I'm just say it like that. And the majority of the men of this nation are effeminate, and they have no power. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They have become her enemies. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction, and because of great servitude she dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. The ways of Zion do mourn, because none come to the solemn feast. And again, that's why, it seems so foreign when we do these lessons. It sounds so foreign. We're saying that you so-called Negroes here in America are the real biblical Hebrew Israelites, the real Jews. It's very foreign when we call the so-called Latino Hispanics Hebrew Israelites. Because again, the ways of the Bible, the truth of the Bible has been cast down for many, 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 many years. All her gates are desolate, her priests sigh, her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness. So our land mourneth, Israel, the Middle East, Jerusalem, is through. It's inhabited by heathens. One of the biggest parade there is. And then when you come back to the Americas, all inner cities, from the East Coast to the Midwest to the West, Jake is through. Down south, whatever south, whatever you want to call it, Jake is through. Our women, they're just, it's very, 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 very small few that, are somewhat on point. But the majority of our women, they're just sex objects, man. They have been reduced to sex objects. They're broken inside, and it's just so much trauma. The nigga woman, all she does is wear wigs, and she goes around trying to manipulate. And the so-called Latina Hispanic woman, all they're doing, is they're using their beauty to their what you call it, for their gain. Let's keep going. So her adversaries are the chief, because her enemies prosper, for the Lord had afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy. And from the daughter of Zion all her beauty is departed. See that? So the beauty of our nation, the men to the women and to our children, because again, when you look at Israel as a whole, our women have become masculine. They're getting BBLs. The women their bodies are looking terrible. They're heavily obese. Even for the so-called Latina Hispanic women, a lot of them are just, they're becoming obese. They have father issues as well. They're being made to become masculine here. They actually really learn, and some of them, they learn and see they got their real hair, and it's somewhat valuable. Well, I'm gonna just say it like this. I'll take this back. Just as it's coming out now that the so-called black woman was known for selling box, so-called Latino and Hispanic women been doing that. What you see, the passport bros, Esau been ravishing Northern Kingdom women. They been, man. I've seen Northern Kingdom mothers at a young age and just promote and use their daughters for the ways of income. So again, our beauty have departed from us. It's a lot of trauma, it's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain from the Northern Kingdom women, and it's a lot of wickedness that those men do, even involving laying down with animals. See, there's a lot of things that's not talked about amongst Northern Kingdom, but it's a lot of bugged out shit amongst them Northern Kingdom men and those women with the drug use, etc., and down to those idols. Her princes are become like hearts that find no pasture, and they are gone without strength for the pursuer. You see that? So, you would think that the men of our nation would be standing bold, ready to fight, ready to die, and have a backbone, stand for something. But the men of our nation, they fold. They don't want no problem. They'll fight each other, they'll afflict each other, terrorists amongst each other. But when it comes down to, getting that Esau, it's no bite. They drop the sword, they drop the hammer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're through, That's pretty much it, man. I didn't want to make it this long. With that age, those we was edified. But again, Jake don't know our dietary law. They don't know that this is our enemy's land. They don't know that the medical system is geared to destroy you. Matter of fact, Salakia, I might be going too fast. Hold on. Damn. I had a lot more. So I'm gonna skip. More surprising, the increasing mortality among U.S. children and youth between 2019 and 2021 represents a profound crisis, according to Time magazine. Current survival rates mean that 1 in 25 American 5-year-olds will not reach their 40th birthday. According to SheKnows.com, the death rate is caused, at least in part, by the C-19 pandemic, which has had a disproportionately devastating impact on communities of color. I wonder why. Me personally, they probably gave you niggas a whole different dosage, and they probably didn't even give Esau anything. They probably just shot him with some water. But that's just me thinking as a man. Again, I don't trust this devil. Cause when you go to these doctors, they don't teach you jakes about a dietary law, because again, they half of them don't even fucking know. And it's not their job to know. It's your job to know. That these doctors aren't going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you about the dietary law in the scriptures that we supposed to be following to the best of our ability. They're not telling you who you are. They're not telling you about the other stresses, the stress that's causing you to have, due to the dysfunction of our nation, us being in captivity, your enemy being a so-called white man. They're not telling you this. A lot of this stress is you trying to cope. Your coping mechanism of pain, agony. Your mother's fucked up, your father's fucked up, your neighborhood's fucked up, your peers are fucked up. Is a constant battle, oppression. You have no morals. You don't know who to follow. You don't know what to follow. Your favorite rapper's a faggot. It's so much, man. So it says, shows black people are 1.6 times more likely to die from Soviet than white non-Hispanic people. So it says the study is hugely important for about 1.63 million reasons. Herman Taylor, an author of the study and research director at Morehouse School of Medicine, told NBC News, real lives are being lost. Real families are missing. See that? And this is all Esau. Esau did all of this, man. He murdered your grandfather, worked his ass all life, all his life. They worked your grandfather hard. The racism during his times, that was a burden on him, and then the bad food, even then. And then when he turned 60, ready to retire, it seemed like all grandfathers were just dropping dead. So now your grandmother was left to fend, and then a lot of our grandmothers wasn't really the best, the smartest. They damn sure they know they were Israelites, so they told our mothers to go out there and get some goddamn education, go get a career, go to school, go to college, and the hell with being a wife, or settling down with one man. During our mother's time, that was that black exploitation era. So men was were the coercion. If I'm saying that right, the whole agenda was to make the man freaky and fucking a fly, what you call it, a old diva ass nigga. The man. I'm bad. I stood up to the man. And then they broke up the family. Then they start pushing sexual liberation. Babies and their mothers are dying. We have been screaming this message for decades. Because again, when we have those kids, nothing is being set up. Again, like I always say, you can read the book of Tobit. When you get with a woman, the families are supposed to be getting involved. You don't just go out there and just be getting women and, so to speak. When you get a woman, that's when the families are coming together. Your wealth is being exchanged. You're getting, again, you're getting things out of it. It's just not, oh man, I'm just fucking this girl, putting seed in her. I'm going my way, she's going her way. I'm sending her off, and that's just how it is. And then her mother hates you. Her father don't even know you. She don't even know her father. The grandparents really don't like you. You just some nigga that come around to them. You just like the next nigga. It's just a bunch of fucking hatred, man. So again, Esau created all this madness amongst our people, and this is why our people are dropping fucking dead. And that's why a lot of people are thinking, get more education, education. Career is the result. That's just making us even worse. Because now you're just being even more doctrinated by Esau's bullshit. So, this is the bullshit right here. Medical research or health experts have sounded the alarm about racial disparities in medical care for many years. Black Americans are less likely to have health insurance than white people. And this is all a joke because at the end of the day, them doctors are out to even destroy you. Again, and that's another thing, if you don't know that America whole pharmaceutical system and the whole medical system is all witchcraft, that's a problem right there. Activists in California, because again, a doctor's never going to tell you to fucking work out. And it's crazy because out of all, I know people that go back and forth between that doctor. I've never ever heard somebody tell me, yeah man, the doctor told me I need to get my fat ass out there and I need to start running. The doctor never told me, man, I need to stop eating meat. The doctor told me, man, I need to start juicing. Doctor said, man, I need to start eating vegetables and greens. Doctor said, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop drinking. I need to stop doing this. Doctor never told me. No, all the doctor said, I'm going to prescribe you a goddamn pill. And it might cause this. And if it fucks this up, come on back here, buddy. And we'll write you another prescription. So it says, according to, matter of fact, activists in California are calling for free health insurance. I bet they are. For black people as part of a reparations package that they say is long overdue. And it's going to come with a price. According to She Knows, systemic changes are needed in order to close the racial health gap. And that's all bullshit. Again, we are Israelites and we're not like the other nations. That means taking steps to ensure equitable access to health care for black people. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's all a game. You see this? Black people. We got to help black people. Black people. Black people. Black people. And now it's like Esau got to come in as that hero. And now you Jakes, you so-called, start with a so-called black man, black people here in America. Now it's just like you see that to your own devices, you're nobody, your head is down, you're low, but now I need to look up to the so-called white man, kiss his ass even more so he can save the day. I'm gonna end it with this. Let me get that. Let me see if I can remember it. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is it. I'm not sure. Alright. Yep, this is it, Slocky. Lamentation 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Just look at eagles. Just look at the document of eagles, man. When they swoop down to devour. And you can't even see them coming. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. So it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So the days are coming that you Edomites, you so-called white people, your judgment is going to fucking come, which is long overdue. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So, and one thing too, what fucked you Edomites over too. You try to call yourself the men of the Bible. So hey, now you got a tab that you got to pay. And with that, say shalom.